This is George Dionne of the Rock is George podcast, and this is a KNAC.com exclusive interview with bassist ALICIA VIGIL of the extreme power metal act DRAGONFORCE. If I knew absolutely nothing about DRAGONFORCE, how would you describe the band's music to me?
Fast power metal with a lot of guitar solos.
Absolutely. Rapid, lightning quick guitar solos.
Yes.
On March 15th, the band is getting ready to release their 9th studio album, Warp Speed Warriors, through Napalm Records. You've been touring with the band since 2020, but this is your first recording with them. Were there any nerves going into this?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a big deal when, I'm finally, after, 4 years of being in the band, to finally put my mark on the album side of things, and it was an honor. But luckily our producer Damien, he's awesome to work with and been a friend, so it was a little bit more comfortable going into the setting with him, and it was great.
So you were able to get into the recording studio to put this album together. A lot of bands are doing it remotely.
Yeah, luckily I got to. Not everybody, because we're completely spread out in DRAGONFORCE. So basically 3/5 of the band are in the UK and Europe, and then me and the guitar player Herman are here in LA. So we're totally spread out, but our producer luckily lives in LA as well. So I was like, I want to be in person. I don't want to do it from home, because at least it feels like I'm kind of recording a real album here. Like if I go in person to record, and so.
So being new to the group, did you get a lot of input into writing this album, or, it happens in these situations when the new guy comes in, they get maybe a little bit.
Everybody has their own role in the band. So pretty much the main songwriter at this point is Sam, our guitar player. So he writes pretty much the entire thing. And then we, can go into it with our parts, I guess, with, put our own feel and spin on it. But he's the main songwriter. So yeah, it felt totally fine, and to, allow him to write a great album, and then I can come in, do my bass parts, put some cool bass lines on it. And yeah, that's about it.
You guys have released a few singles before the album's release. One of them, Astro Warrior Anthem. Great song, great music video. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the song?
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm excited to hopefully play that one live. We just put out, a video like you mentioned, which we filmed the day after our last tour ended. So we were running on probably like 2 hours of sleep. And we hadn't played that song since we recorded it. So it had been like almost a year at this point. And so it was really fun to revisit and play that again. Like, I'm really hoping we get to add that to the next tour. Because it is a really fun, catchy song and really anthemic, and yeah.
And you actually have two versions of the songs. You have one that you guys play yourself, and then you have a bonus version that features Matthew Heafy from Trivium and Nita Strauss from Alice Cooper.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. I actually played in a band with Nita quite a few years ago called We Start Wars. So having to do anything with Nita again is always fun. And I love her. She's like a sister to me.
Yeah, she's really killing it right now.
Yeah.
Another song you have out, kind of an homage to the Zelda video game franchise, Power of the Triforce. Is everyone in the band a gamer, or just the main songwriter?
Pretty much everyone but me, honestly. I'm very much more focused on music and everything, and less into video games, although I think it's really cool what they're doing. And, they're bringing an entire world of video gamers into music, and I think blending it really well. So I think it's unique what they're doing, and it's been fun. I like video games, style music, and I grew up with like Nintendo 64 stuff and played Guitar Hero growing up, but other than that, they're exposing me to a lot of new things too.
outside of the new album, you actually have a song in a video game, correct?
Yes.
Beat Saber,
Beat
Power the Saber
Saber.
Blade.
Yeah, that was a lot of that music video was a lot of fun to put out.
I guess this video game is sort of like Fruit Ninja meets Guitar Hero, in which you pretty much
Right.
slash the beats down.
Yeah.
You guys have the fastest song in the game.
Apparently, yes. So hopefully that makes a good challenge for the players.
Another great single you have out is Doomsday Party. I could see us playing this one when the world ends at the end of the year.
It would be like a dance party for the world ending. But yeah, no, that one is a very cool. I love that song because it's different from if you were to listen to Dragon Force, you wouldn't probably expect to hear this one come from us. It's a lot funkier and more disco metal than anything I think the band has ever done before. So that one for me is especially fun to play because it's very a lot of cool like funky bass lines. But yeah, and it's fun to see mixed reactions because we have been playing that one live, and some people aren't as stoked on the disco metal, and then some people are loving it and dancing along. So it's pretty fun.
Now, I'm not the most ardent Dragon Force fan, haven't followed the band throughout their whole career, but I feel like Kingdom of Steel is also a little something a little different from the band, right?
Yeah, I think when people think of Dragon Force, like I said, they think of fast, super power metal, speedy metal, and this one is definitely more of like the ballad on the album. And so I think it really just shows the dynamic versatility that the band can offer and have something for everyone to enjoy. And yeah, that one was fun to play.
You guys are offering some great packages for the album. I believe there's CD packages, three different vinyl packages, and you certainly have this eye-catching album cover. There's certainly a lot going on in there. Do you know who's responsible for the cover?
Um, I am terrible. I don't know his name. Herman would know, but he is the guy that is also responsible for the previous album cover for Extreme Power Metal as well. So yeah, it was fun to see us all as like jacked up like superheroes and like pretty funny. G looks pretty much the same, but all of us we look extra beefy and like yeah.
I
It
feel
was
like there's
fun.
some Easter eggs in there that fans are gonna discover along the way.
Definitely, yeah. If you've been following along, then you definitely will recognize things that have been on stage and videos and everything. So, yeah.
How did you originally get the gig with Dragon Force?
So I have my own band called Vigil of War, which I sing and play bass in. And we are a Los Angeles-based rock band and we play here all the time. So basically one of Herman's friend is a guy that comes to all of our shows, David Hanna, and he reached out to Herman when they were looking for a bass player and said, "Hey, well, I know this girl plays bass and I don't know, she could be cool for the band." So all of a sudden I got hit up on Instagram by Herman saying, "Hi, I play for the power metal band Dragon Force and would you like to audition?" And I'm like, "Holy crap. I didn't think I was gonna get this gig because I definitely don't come from a power metal specific background. And but once I started learning the songs and getting really into it, I'm like, okay, I really have to get this gig. This is too fun and cool to let go. So I really got into it. Was practicing for hours and hours every single day, and yeah, I'm very honored and grateful that it ended up working out. So,
So where the tempo and the guitars can be so fast in a band like Dragon Force, are you a finger player on the bass, or do you have to use a pick for something this fast?
I'm definitely using a pick. Yeah, for 200 BPM songs. I've played with my fingers in other bands, but yeah, this one definitely feels more of like I'm not Steve Harris over here, but also everyone in Dragon Force for the past like almost 20 years have played a pick, so I don't feel too badly about my decision on that either. So,
Dragon Force is heading out on a European tour from February 21st to March 24th with, and I'm going to screw up the band name, Amaranthe and Infected Rain. Half the dates are already sold out, so that you guys must be excited about that.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm very excited. We got to tour with Amaranth here in the States as well for so that was really they're so cool and tight as a band. And so I'm very excited to be out on the road with them again and be playing Europe again. And yeah, I think this time around it's going to be some bigger rooms, and the fact that they're already halfway sold out is really cool and shows how great the Dragon Force and Amaranth fan base are. And yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And Amaranth vocalist Elise Rind.
Elise Rid, I think it's her how you pronounce it. I screw it up too. So and she's totally cool about it. She's like, I know I have a confusing like hard name to pronounce. So
She
um
she appears on the alternate version of Doomsday Party.
yeah, yeah, she did a great job. Maybe hopefully we will get to see that live because we haven't done that together live. So that would be really cool.
Have you've played over in Europe with Dragon Force already, right?
Yeah, yeah, a few times now.
Are there
So,
any particular stops that you're looking forward to again?
I think the Netherlands is always particularly pretty crazy. They like to do crazy chants, and they have like a weird phrase and like thing that they do, or they like have people take off their pants and wear it on their head. Like it's really different and weird but cool that you don't really see that here in the States. So that's gonna be fun. German crowds are always great. Excited to go to Finland again. So there's some cool. I'm going to Latvia for the first time. So I'm pretty excited about that too.
Then you guys jumping back here to the US with DETHKLOK and NEKROGOBLIKON.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And we're playing some, yeah, like some different places that we don't normally play as well. So that
These
should be
bands seem a little
cool.
heavier than Dragon Force.
I guess, yeah. The good thing about Dragon Force is they can kind of blend with, and mix well with a few different, types of bands. Like you get the heavier metal side, but then you can get some fun, you know, theatrical side, and I don't know. So I think it's going to be a good package. And hopefully, we'll win over some new fans from, DETHKLOK that might not have seen the band before. And yeah.
You guys in the summertime of booking some festivals, and that's another great place to make new fans. You're doing Jailbreak in Denmark in August. Are
Mhm.
there, even though you're playing there, I would assume that there's some legendary bands there that you're looking forward to seeing while you're there.
Yeah, festival season is always my favorite because you get to, yeah, see and meet other bands that you never probably would get to otherwise. And you're definitely usually a lot more spread out on the bill genre wise, I think, too, for festivals. That's always fun because I'm all over the place with my taste in music. So, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing everywhere we play because I just get the dates and then I show up. I don't know exactly even where we're going yet. I don't think I've gotten fully the list of the festivals we're doing. So I'm pretty excited to see what we do this summer.
Be a surprise when you get there.
Yeah, big surprise.
Let's get back to your other band that you mentioned, Vigil of War. Is this still an active band when you're not doing stuff with Dragon Force?
Yeah, yeah. Luckily, I mean, Dragon Force have been very, very supportive of me and my band, and it's a kind of the perfect balance, I get my band where I get to be creative and do my thing and plan everything, and then I get to show up and play bass for Dragon Force and do that. So it's a really nice balance, especially because even just this last year, like half of my band became parents, new parents. So in that time, luckily Dragon Force got super busy, so gave them time to be, good good parents, and then, now I'm off doing my thing with Dragon Force, and then as soon as I get back, we're getting back in the studio. So we've been writing some new stuff, and yeah, I'm very excited to have some new stuff with Vigil of War again.
And Vigil of War is not power metal. It's more straight up rock.
Yeah, yeah. We have pulled, little bits of punk elements, a little bit of indie alternative, and even new wave at times, but I'd say rock is the most just prominent adjective, I guess. I don't know how to describe genres anymore, but
We were talking earlier about the songs. I forgot to bring up your cover by Taylor Swift. It seems like everybody's getting the Taylor Swift bug. You guys are doing Wildest Dreams. It's definitely a unique version of it.
Yeah, definitely was a surprise, but it's been fun. I actually didn't really know the song that much, like the original, before we did it. So now I know our version a lot better than even Taylor's version, but I really like it. It's fun to see. And just like Doomsday Party, playing that live, like it's fun to see the crowd's reactions, because it's a whole mix of different reactions. But, I'm hoping that maybe some Taylor fans that don't know about metal and Dragon Force might gain, some new interest of metal in their life, and maybe Taylor will hear it too. That'd be cool. She'd like an opener. I mean, we're definitely down.
I don't think anybody opens for Taylor Swift. I think she's a one-person show there.
Yeah, she doesn't need it, but
So with the new tours coming up, how many of the songs from the new album are you expecting to play?
that is a good question. Just like sometimes with our show schedule, sometimes we find out kind of like the week of what we're playing. So I have a rough set list of what I think we're going to be playing, but it could change. And but there's definitely a good handful of new songs as well as older classic Dragon Force songs. So that's up to you guys to come to the shows and find out. But
Oh, we can find out after the first show on Setlist FM.
yeah, true. But we do tend to change it up sometimes during, the tour, like playing different songs sometimes. So
Well, those are all the questions I have for you today, Alicia. The new,
awesome.
the new Dragon Force album is Warp Speed Warriors. It comes out March 15th on Napalm Records. It's a great album, and I wish you the best of luck with it. And thanks for speaking with KNAC.com today.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much.